Do it again, ready?
Wait, no, that was off.
So,
Yeah?
this is Jaden,
Javen.
and Mikhail.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can go. Child labour at its finest.
Hi guys, it's Jamin and Mikhail. Today we'll be talking about child labour and the history of it in the Industrial Revolution.
So, for our history lesson, we have to pick a type of child, and that child going to be a factory worker.
Factory worker.
And let's get right into it.
Get on the trending list. Back at it again with the history.
Let's demolish that trending list.
History. History.
And remember, friends, history is king.
Great intro.
Okay.
So my name's Jeffrey. I worked as a child in the Industrial Revolution. Yeah, times were tough. I mean, for our living conditions, we had to live like, well, my room was only the size of an apartment. When I was growing up, working as a child in the Industrial Revolution, I saw a lot of people die from diseases and stuff since we lived so close together. Yeah. And there was no medicine or medical care, so we didn't get much help. Luckily, I survived those diseases. Well, as a child, I felt like I had this natural urge to make friends, but I couldn't because I wasn't allowed to chat with my workers around me while we were working. I couldn't visit my family when I wanted to. Yeah, life was really hard. So when I was born, my mum died from childbirth, so it was just my dad, and then my dad died at a farm accident. That meant I had to live with my uncle. I was an orphan. So that's why I worked in the factory, because I needed to earn money for my evil uncle. No, just for my uncle. He wasn't evil. Although he did treat me like trash. I also have a little sister. I also had a little sister. And, well, yeah, I saw her die.
Go on, you're gonna fake crying.
Yeah, I need water.
My sister, she died from, the manager of the factory got her to crawl under the machinery, and, well, I was there to see it. I saw her fall. It wasn't good.
Okay, we're moving on to food now.
So for breakfast we'd wake up to porridge, blue porridge, because for water, all the water was polluted, so we had to drink beer instead of water. We didn't get any milk or dairy products because they were expensive, and since we didn't get them, a lot of us got rickets, which is a disease when your bones are really weak because you don't get enough calcium. Our diet was always high in carbohydrates, which would give us the energy we needed for working long hours. Yeah, our diet consisted a lot of carbohydrates because it gave us the energy we needed for working long hours. Us children were seen. The reason why we got employed at these factory places is because we were cheap labour, and I earned money for my uncle, and we couldn't do anything. We didn't have our say in it. We were ideal workers.
Wow.
Yeah, we were forced to work, and we were ideal workers because we could fit in between machinery because we were small and little. There were a lot of kids that I was working with because all the families I knew were really poor and they didn't have enough money to send their children to school. When I was working, I was expected to work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. We didn't get time off for vacations or anything. But if we got sick and missed work, we would get fired, which was really harsh. Is it still recording? Okay. How much time do we have left? No. Yeah, so when I was working, I was working at a big dangerous machine where it had 2 saws that went like this. Shing, shing, shing. Oh, I'm a bit embarrassed to say, but I was picking my nose and I decided to see what it was like if I stuck my pinky through the machine. I mean, it's fine. It healed eventually. I didn't get any medical support though. Yeah, so life was really tough.
Keep autofocus every 5 seconds.
That's not good.
Yeah, stop.
Stop it. Stop it. Good boy. Life. Yeah, life was really tough during the Industrial Revolution, 1850 to 1857. When was it? In the 18th century. Yeah.
Developers, 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 developers.